Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor, back with another episode of that Rick Taylor podcast. And I'm here with a special guest today. I'm here with Nyesha from CarvdNStone. What's going on with you?
Hey. Thanks for having me. I think it's like my first in-person interview in a very long time.
Oh, that's dope, man. Welcome to the show, first and foremost. I thank you for being here today because you didn't have to be. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me, Rick Taylor, you know what I'm saying? So,
thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Today's going to be a good vibe. I like to look at my episodes as vibes more than just like interviews and stuff like that. So we're going to tap into a lot of things today. But to start off, like, what do you do for the people who want to know?
Yeah, so I'm a trained journalist. That's what I love to do, writing, reporting, interviewing. So, you know, what you do.
Yeah.
And so I've taken that passion. So I have a degree in it, and I've taken that passion into starting my own media company, CarvdNStone.
Yes, right.
So we report on positive news. And within the last 3 years, we started providing marketing services. So that's how we make money. But that's a little bit about me. You know, I'm from Milwaukee, love the city. Just got back from living in Georgia for a year. So
wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't like to put my stuff out there like that. People always be in people always try to be in your business.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that later.
Right. Now, what was it like being down in Georgia for that time you was down there?
Absolutely loved it. I will be going back, hopefully before the year's up, but if not, sometime next year. I absolutely loved it. Always wanted to go to Georgia since I was like 16. Been traveling there since I was 16. And got me a 2-bedroom apartment, had a pool. We had a balcony. It was luxury. I'm not even gonna lie. It was beautiful. It was my second apartment. I truly miss it. I miss the people. It was amazing to just go all around the state and see black people.
Right.
Like the difference between here and Georgia is like, you know, we all in one spot.
Yeah.
And so everything only happens in Milwaukee. Like literally everything happens in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But you can go to Georgia and everywhere you go in the state, you'll see us and you'll see activation. But if you only go a few minutes out the city, it's all farms and stuff like that. So I love being able to see, no matter how far I drove, it was always something to do and something to see. And I just miss the heat. I do not like being cold.
Right.
And I just been here for all my life, so I'm ready to live around the world.
Right. Now, what made you come back?
Without getting too personal, just some business things I wanted to handle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much just some business things. I wanted to pay off some debt. With me being a full-time entrepreneur for 4 years, people don't know how hard it is to like keep bills going. And so with me moving down there, rent was a lot. So it was either, you know, keep lose all your money or just come back and just really elevate. And so by me coming back, I've been really able to really focus on the business and really focus on our sales and our marketing and really close some deals. We got our first national client, and we also just closed our first year-long contract, which is huge for a small business. So really focusing on marketing, and so I'm glad I'm back, but this not my final stop.
Right, that's what I'm talking about, man. Congratulations to you, you know what I'm saying? You're doing really good with your business and stuff like that. And then just to move from out the city and the state, period, to be somewhere else and give it your all, or wherever you come back or not, that's still a big journey to me because we all know how hard it is to leave home and stuff like that. So,
thank you. I appreciate that.
For sure. Now I'm gonna tap into more of your background. Like, where was you born and raised?
Yeah, so I'm from Milwaukee, on the north side, you know, where most of the black people is, from over here. So born and raised on the north side. I went to Rufus King. Middle school, I went to cyber school, which is a school in Parkline.
Okay, cool.
So a lot of people, I'll never say that, but yeah, I went to Parkline, and it was such a change for me because I went to Lancaster, which is NPS. So I think to like second grade. That school was so bad. Like literally, like you know, like when they say like spitballs on the ceiling, I remember that like first, second grade. Swear to God.
Wow.
So my mom took me out third grade, and I went to Central City Cyber School, and it's like a kind of like a charter school. And I remember, which makes a lot of sense on why they did some things the way they did. But I remember, you remember taking the WKCE, like the state test. You remember that?
I believe
like proficient, you had to get advanced and like reading and stuff. So every year we would have to take this test, and if you got proficient or advanced, no matter what grade you was in, I think like third and up, they'll take you to Six Flags. And we went to Six Flags, and then if you was 7th or 8th grade, you got to spend it at a Key Lime Cove, and then the next day you go to Six Flags.
That was cool.
We all had our own laptops. We had all this stuff, and then it wasn't rich. Like I said, it was right in Parkline. And then I went to King, And I was like, what is this? We ain't had that much money, but dang, like, we ain't got nothing. It's hot. Like, and so I love NPS, and shout out to King, go Generals.
Yeah, shout out King.
Forget Riverside. I hope y'all watching.
Yeah, you give me that vibe like you went to King. Like a lot of cool people went to King and stuff like that, and you know, people who's really educated. And just like, I don't know, it's a vibe that you can get from certain people. You know what school they went to, and I had family that went to King, so yeah, you remind me of my family. Now let me ask you, like, what was your childhood like growing up here?
The good parts, I had a lot of fun. So what I wish kids nowadays had is neighborhood friends. I had a lot of neighborhood friends. So I remember that. So that was like the coolest thing ever. So you can hear the kids outside. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with neighborhood kids. So like riding my bikes with them, walking around like the neighborhood. It was really fun. I spent a lot of time with other people's families, so I got to learn a lot of different, mostly black people, but a lot of different like cultures when it comes to like different black people, like the Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, or the people that like to go out a lot, or people that, you know, families that have money. So I was able to like experience a lot of different things. And then within my family, we kind of more of like an in-home family, so we do a lot of stuff like at the house. So we do a lot of barbecues, or we just like a really like close and knit family.
That's good. That's really
dope. Yeah, I just spent a lot of time like with other people's families and like friends, and so I had fun.
That's dope, man. I like that you pointed out like your family was really close, and y'all did like a lot of in-home stuff, like barbecues, gatherings, and stuff like. You crazy, like, believe it or not, you don't really hear that too much no more. Like, families really like sticking together and hanging together and being together. It's like a lot of family divided and stuff like that.
I won't even lie, it hasn't always been perfect. Like growing up, like we all got into it. Like we all didn't grow up. Me and my other two siblings and my mom, like we didn't always get along. But now that we're all older, me and my sister in my 20s and my brother, he's in his 30s, we're all really now starting to like really get that close relationship, because we were divided for a while. And so I do think that's the thing, especially within the black community. But you know, that's like past traumas and all that stuff. Yeah. So, but now it is difficult getting over your childhood traumas and stuff like that. But we really intentionally have been trying to like work together and, you know, spend time with each other. Like we went to the public library not too long ago when it was free. It's free on Thursdays. First Thursdays. Only go on free days, y'all. Save y'all money. Right.
That's dope, man. I just love your energy. Like, you know your vibe, because this next question is we want to know who is Nyesha. But you know, for me, I'm about to let you explain, but to me, like, you got a vibe about yourself, like a good energy and like a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met you a while ago. I don't think you remember this. It was a show that you had. I think it was at the King Center.
Oh, my talent show.
Yeah, I've been there because I know Ray shot it, was shooting.
I love that video. I watch it every year. If y'all go to CarvdNStone YouTube and go look up our talent show video. Shout out to Ray Shot It. That's one of my favorite CarvdNStone videos. It is so dope.
Yeah, and that's where I seen you for the first time, and like I see like how you put together things and stuff like that. You had a lot of dope talent there, and just your energy. Period was just like, it was like good vibes, good energy, a good person, but a boss too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope to me to see that, and I'm like, man, this girl cool, this woman cool, man. So it's good to see good people like that. So. Again, the question, like, for people who want to know, who is Nyesha as a person?
Well, honestly, I'm 26. I'm still trying to figure that out. But one thing I can say now is I'm really beginning to understand, like, the type of energy I bring. Like, I really do understand. I really do light up a room. Not because I'm light-skinned, but because of my personality. And I really do feel like I'm a good person. And it takes a lot for me to say that right now, because for all of my life, I've been called, like, angry, crazy, from family, from friends, and I do have anger issues. So I actually be starting therapy actually soon to like kind of deal with kind of some of that stuff. But I always thought, so like high school, middle school, always pushed to like be really nice. But what I realized that I always lit up a room and I always knew who I was. Ever since a young age, you can even ask my mom, like they'd be like, go do this. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because I don't feel like that's what I should do. I always knew who I was, but everyone around me never knew who they were. So I always felt attacked because they felt intimidated by me. And I'm just now realizing that at 26, like a lot of the women around me or a lot of the men around me, just people, period, friends or family felt intimidated with me because no matter who's in the room, I'm a cuss, you know, I'm a cusser. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna dress how I want to dress, and that's always been who I am. I've never been a person that like I want to wear a lot of makeup. I want to wear a lot of weave, and that's okay. But I've always been standing on that, and I've always been standing on who I am. And throughout the years, people have told me I don't know how to dress. I'm not girly enough. I don't know how to write. But I always had the confidence in myself to be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna tell me who I am, but it did destroy me mentally a lot because I'm like, why don't these girls want to be my friends? Right. Why are these guys treating me so badly? But it was because they were all intimidated. I knew what I wanted in my life. I know exactly what my vision is for CarvdNStone. Like I can to the T how much money I want to make next year, all of that stuff. And so that I think who I am is I'm a very great person. I'm very nice, but I don't take no shit, and I'm very blunt. And because I know my vision, I'm not gonna let anybody stop me. Not my granny, not my mom, not the person I'm talking to. Like literally no one. And I feel like that scares people.
Yeah.
And so you said you came to my talent show, but the very first show I ever thrown, I'm not gonna name the venue. They damn near tried to fight me at my venue. Literally, I'm trying to give away money. But the lady ended up being pregnant, and I don't know why she didn't like me. Like, to this day, I don't understand why she didn't like me. I have no clue. Paid them their money full, and they stopped my show because she didn't like me. I was doing such a great thing. We brought out, I think, like almost 100 people, first show ever thrown. I think we only raised like $100 that night. But I had about like 70, 80 people on my side ready to go tag like 4 people. And that taught me right then, like, I'm really a good person. And Journal Sentinel was there. They never covered the story. It was actual media there they apologized to me. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's some things. I have friends that just walked out on me because of how a person was treating me, and they was like, "Well, I don't want to be your friend because you with them," and that hurt me.
Wow.
Like it been a lot of things. I had a friend leave me because I talk about business too much. I met her through business. But I don't go out here and talk, but they be hurting my feelings like, but you know what? Y'all can't outwork me and y'all not better than me because I'm going to keep learning and I know I don't know everything.
Yeah.
And that's I know who I am, I'm confident who I am, and y'all not. And that's not my problem anymore. And I used to feel like that was my problem. I used to always try to dim my light, but fuck it. Nyesha Stone is a motherfucking star. And y'all gonna see that.
Yeah, not to cut you. Our show was gonna ask you that, like, does that? Because I know you said you know who you are, but does that bother you sometimes? And does that still happen to this day? Like people don't want to be friends because they feel threatened by you and stuff.
Yes, it bothers me, and that's literally one of the reasons I'm going to therapy because it's a type of anger I hold in. Like a friend, swear to God, I was hanging out with this friend. We met in high school. We were always close, you know, every once in a while. But after we started messing with each other, I think like a year or two ago, when we was heavy talking to each other like every day, and then she really cut me off because of some personal things I told her, and that was like, damn, like, and I caught myself stalking her page for months, like, why don't she want to be my friend? Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, and I was so intentional with her because I'm like, I really want a woman friend. I really want a female friend. So I did everything to make sure, like, hey, I'm here. And I remember coming to her with this personal thing, like, I hope this don't make you stop being my friend. I remember crying and telling her that. And she broke up with me basically through a text. And I'm like, you don't get to talk about those type of things like publicly. You're just supposed to eat that up and be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm the CEO, I'm this founder, I run this positive news company. But like those type of things really do affect me. But at the end of the day, like I know who I am and I know I didn't do anything to you. Yeah. And so I have to stand in my truth and be honest with myself. Like, it really did hurt me, but don't keep hurting yourself looking at her page. She didn't even ask about you. She's not even worried about you. So you kind of got to let that go. And so going through therapy is like figuring out how to let go of these things that are actually hurting me, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things I can't say about my business, but 100% we are profitable. Yeah. We are 100% profitable, and to the point that every friend I've ever had around me have gotten money from me because I've supported their side business. My friend Jarrell McDonald has Hustler. I've wore his brand. He has two brands. I've wore his stuff on my interviews more than I've wore CarvdNStone stuff. I've literally I've gotten one of my friends multiple gigs. I've paid photographers, videographers, but how many people really support me? I've gave over $20,000 away in grants and scholarships, and people still overlook me. It's still people think they're better than me because they get 2,000 views on social media, but that's not my MO. I know who I am as a person, and so my vision, what I'm learning is chess, not checkers. And so y'all can get the views and all that, but I'm really sitting in a room with American Express.
And that's one thing. You know what I mean? Yep. I'm sorry. And that's one thing I do notice, like, it ain't about that with you, and you really, like, in these rooms, like, I see it, and I see, like, the moves you're making and stuff like that. So a lot of people do get caught up in those, like, views and all that, and you can't get caught up in that. I like the fact that you talked about like mental health and stuff, like having anger issues and stuff like that, and seeking therapy. That's important. And I think like, you know, it's good to see a lot of people open up and talk about that stuff. And I know it could be hard because, you know, we all got stuff about ourselves that we don't like or we need to fix. And just to hear you sit here and say what your problem was or what you like, you know, need to fix, that means a lot, and that shows a lot of growth in you. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know like that side of you, and I don't know your past, but I'm just gonna say I'm proud of you. You know, for real, because it takes a lot. You're welcome.
Thank you, because just talking about it is helping me heal. Because it was putting my ego aside and coming back to Milwaukee was one of the hardest things I've done like in a long time. And admitting just I am angry as hell, and I've been angry for a long time. Like that's healing to admit, but like just walking around with that, like, I swear it was weighing over me. Like people have been really like treating me really badly, like for real. Like even to the point where some of like the scholarship winners talk a little mess. Like I literally thought of this scholarship out of my head and decided every year what amount I'm gonna choose to try to raise. I never had a guaranteed amount, and people treat me wrong, and I'm like, what? Like what is going on? All of these things I've done at like literally the bottom of my heart. And I was going broke with that scholarship. So I'm going to say here, I'm stopping the CNS Scholarship Fund. The 2022 winners are the last winners of that scholarship. We have the Travel Writing Scholarship, which is going on right now, but that's fully funded by someone else. But that original one, that's no longer here. I did not feel I didn't feel respected. And it drained me every year. Every year, I swear to God, I cried about this scholarship. Y'all don't know how much it takes to give away money. And the thing about like all the people that don't even care and was just like, they'd literally rather support somebody who shaking their booty on social media than to share my flyer that say, hey, I'm trying to give someone $3,000. Do you know how hard that? I would literally cry like at home, like why don't nobody want to mess with me? Like what am I doing wrong? But it's like what I'm doing is so different. And people just got to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like that, though. Like, don't pay that no mind, and what you're doing is definitely going to always work. Stay true to yourself. That's how I look at it. Stay true to yourself. I want to ask one more question. I want to about the anger thing. Now, you said it came from, like, did it come from, like, the friendship thing, or was it more things deeper than that? Like,
oh, it's way deeper than that. It started, like, childhood, like, just with, like, definitely not ready to speak about that stuff yet, but just like family things, just how like just basically really how I interacted with my family, and so from that I never worked on it, and I thought I did because I separated myself from them. So even though we still talked, you know what I mean, but because I wasn't in their face every day, I thought like I was over that stuff. But now that I'm back in their face, like it's coming back, and then when I realized too that anger back then has came out in different ways. Like I'm aggressive. I don't take criticism well. So, and that's something one of my mentors recently had to tell me, like, you want help, so you have to be receptive to that help. You don't have to accept everything, but be open to things. So that anger has come out in different ways. Like when I used to meet new people, and I still have this problem. I like meetable aggression because I just always feel people attacking me, and I don't like, and no one's attacking me no more. And so like, and maybe they never were. I don't know. And so I know that my childhood stuff and just digging through that, and it's some stuff that I know caused some of it, and some stuff I'm like, I probably don't even know that I know. And so that, and then I have anxiety separation. I definitely felt left a lot from family members. It started early with that. And so I think that was a big thing of like why I felt so bad, because I'm like, you just left me. Like there's another person that just left me in my life, and it was cold turkey, to the point where it hurt so bad that when I moved to Georgia, her birthday was in June, and she was supposed to come, and she was so scared to tell me that she didn't want to visit me while she was there, and so she waited to the last minute and was like, I just don't feel comfortable coming to see you. When I say like, I was literally like planning to, I was actually, I got some DMs from Ray Shotty. I was trying to see how much it would cost to pay for a video for her to shoot something for her. And so I was already like trying to spend a lot of money on her, and I was like hitting up her boyfriend like, hey, what are the plans? And he was acting weird. And then I just hit her up like, what's going on? And so like that like hurt me, but it's not necessarily just that, but it was like like when guys have left me, when maybe my dad had left me. So it's like I just keep feeling like people leaving me, and so that's another feeling. So it's like, how do I just kind of feel what I'm feeling and kind of let those things go and kind of deal with those things? So my anger has been a long time coming, but now it's to the point where, Nyesha, you're really becoming a star, and I don't care what nobody says. I know that for sure. Y'all gonna see me everywhere globally very soon, And so in order to get to that level, Nyesha, you have to be ready everywhere, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. And so I'm working on all of those things, getting my credit up, because being a full-time entrepreneur, I have messed up my credit. And so because I was getting a lot of credit cards to get equipment and stuff like that, but now I have the money to pay all those things back and to get myself out of debt. So luckily I have my vision, I see it clear, and I know how to stop and how to scale back and how to move things around so I can keep, pushing towards that vision and making sure that it happens no matter what happens in life. Yeah,
I'm glad you know that, because it seems like you're very smart and you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what you want and you know what you're doing. I think that's very good of you, being business savvy and just, like I said, you got that boss mentality.
I always had the boss mentality, but learning the business side, though, I went to school for journalism. That's how I know journalism. So I went to school for that, got trained in that. So that's what I do for business. I didn't go to business school, so I joined business programs. I joined an accelerator program and literally physically learned, how are these white boys in Silicon Valley getting this money? I learned that. Okay, and so how do these nonprofits get their money? Okay, how do entrepreneurs? And so I'm learning all these, literally, I sit there and I learn. I was in a year-long program meeting once a week with Northwestern Mutual through the Green Bay Packers, literally learning. And it's what you put into it. A lot of people are really focused on just making content for social media, but I'm really focused on how do I create generational wealth. And at the end of the day, I need to focus on these deals as marketing so I can pay someone to make the content for me. I want to make enough money, so I'm sitting. I don't know if you ever, P. Diddy had an interview or something. He was like, I work this hard so I can pay people to do stuff I don't want to do. I know every part of my business, from the taxes to how much we bring in every month, how much we don't bring in every month, how much we spending, who we're working with, what we need. I know all these different things. So when I do hire somebody on, you can't fuck me over. I don't know many people right now that can say that can run their business. And I've been focusing on this for years. The last 4 years, I've been dedicated to just learning business, because I didn't start CarvdNStone to be a business. But once I realized that this could be, you can't stop me. Once I realized something, I'm going to figure it out. I don't know everything, but I'm going to figure it the hell out.
That's right.
And y'all not going to stop me. Y'all not going to stop me. And I do. And you got to make sure you keep it with your competition.
Yeah.
And always realize, though, competition isn't always a bad thing, though. You can see and you can learn from people. I see a lot of people trying to get better at their interviews. I see a lot of people trying to make content now because of the pandemic, because of those things. But luckily enough, I seen it earlier on that I was already ahead of the game. Yeah. But I'm still watching y'all. I'm still watching people. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from different people. But I'm also focusing on different things. It's not just about content for me. It's about how do I get to the point where I'm fully employing Black and brown journalists? How do I get to the point where I'm creating an apprenticeship? It's way bigger than me just getting some damn views. And I had to really change my thought process, because CarvdNStone just got 2,000 followers on Instagram. We've been around for 6 years. I don't even want to tell you how much money we made, but let me tell you, it's more than that.
Yeah. You wear a lot of hats, you know what I'm saying? So even which was going to be my question, with CarvdNStone and the marketing and stuff, what things do you provide, marketing wise and stuff? We'll break it down with CarvdNStone.
Okay, yeah. So on the marketing side, we provide public relations. So that's press releases. So how you communicate with journalists, being a media liaison. So sometimes people don't know how to talk to the media. So we're that engager. We do interview preps. We do interviews for you. We have writing services. Then we go to marketing. And so we can do digital ad placements, making sure that if you have an event or something, we know where you could put this in a newspaper or what online, what community this would go best in. You can promote on CarvdNStone, because we got our podcast, a radio segment. And then we do event activation. So we did a groundbreaking a few years back with a development. So we brought multiple local press to the thing. We brought 300 to 400 people out to the event. I moderated the event. We do newsletters. We do social media management, videography, photography, and just even breaking down even more. One of our clients been Milwaukee Business Journal, Quad Graphics, the Peak Catalog Initiative. Our first national client is the Public Accreditation Council, Health Council or something like that. But they accreditate freaking hospitals and stuff. And so we're doing articles for them. So it's been amazing to really see that a vision I really had out of freaking nothing. You know how many people told me that I can't write? How many people told me that ain't no money in this? Real life, they're asking me to be on my platform now to write for me or to get interviewed by me, or just how did you do what you do? But you got to be humble, because I don't know everything and people make mistakes. So I'm always willing to talk to people. But just remember who you treat badly though, for real though, because there's a lot of people that were really mean to me. Like, y'all were really freaking mean to me. And so, but look at me now, and I hope y'all watch this because I'm a freaking star. And when I get even bigger, I want people to watch this and be like, she spoke that into existence, because it's just a lot of people, it's a lot of negativity surrounded by me. So I do positive news, not just for the world, but for myself too, because I have a lot of negative thoughts. So I need to rewire my brain. And so I'm kind of using my company to do that.
That's dope, man. Shout out to you letting your light shine and wearing all your caps and learning the things you did. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, hit the ground running. You've been like invested in time, not only money, but time into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, like, what was your inspirations behind what you do? Like, what made you want to do what you do now?
Yeah. So long story short, because I always say the same thing, and I've been trying to figure out how to say it differently, but I knew I was greater than just being a reporter at some newspaper. Real shit.
Yeah.
And I realized that even more today. I got myself covered in Essence. Y'all back then only saw me as somebody who was an okay writer, but I always knew all the way back then how fucking great I was. I started a resume workshop at the journalism department in UWM. I literally bought Wall Street Journal to UWM. I've been doing this, and so I'm just really proud of myself. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use this podcast, talk my shit.
Talk your shit. Let's go. You're here on Rick Taylor podcast. Let's go.
What was the question? Because I didn't got it.
No, I was just saying, what was your inspirations behind?
Oh, my inspiration, but for real, my inspiration really was that once I fully understand what journalism was and the history of like Black people and our power and how real life journalism changes laws. Like, because once we expose something, we are the ones that's actually getting information. So no matter what, if you see the Shade Room or some blog, there's actually a journalist like me that actually had to do the work, that actually had to go set up the interview, that actually had to go find a source. And once this one person reported on it, now the whole world can take it and pick it apart. And so once I realized that's what a journalist is, like getting information and like really getting solid information that people really can't find on their own, I was like, oh, I know how to do something really great. But then I realized like that I was too early. People were trying to box me in. So I got the Journal Sentinel and somewhere in Green Bay offered me a full-time job before I graduated college. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I still wasn't making a lot of money until I'm still not making the most money, but I've been able to be good. And I know it's going to get better as I keep going. But I started CarvdNStone because like they tried to box me in, and on top of that they kept talking so much shit about the Black community. Like, we are so much more than our deaths, we are so much more than scandals, we are so much more than the bullshit they put on us about the news. And then to be surrounded by the actual journalists and the actual producers, because those are the people that's green light what goes on broadcast, what goes in the newspapers. Once I was right next to these people and seeing you are as a human being and you specifically choosing to put this news out here, that don't sit right with me.
Right.
And I'm gonna speak up every time. And so I kind of just did my own thing and was just interviewing creative. So it really started with artists, musicians, painters, and just literally just describing their art. And it really wasn't an article, it was kind of more of a blog. And then a year in, that's what I'm like, but you trained in journalism, like start reporting it. Because I was still writing for a Journal Sentinel and other places, freelancing, but I'm like, why don't you do the same thing for you? And then I switched it. I'm like, we're a news company, we cover positive news. And we didn't have Ad Week, we didn't have Journal Sentinel, TMJ4. We had plenty of people credit us, source us, and I've had reporters be like, if you would never cover this, I would never knew this, and they covered that person. So I know what I'm doing is dope and it's credible. So I just got to keep pushing to make sure I can get it where I want it to be.
That is dope. I mean, you seem like somebody that's always for the people or always for like the right cause and stuff. Let me ask you, just from you saying like a lot of people did you wrong and stuff like that, how do you find the energy and just the life to still be yourself and stay happy and stay like positive?
I'm not religious at all, but I do believe in God, and I do think that he or she, because I don't know. Sometimes I say she, sometimes I say he, but I don't know. But I pray to God a lot privately. So I always have this one prayer. I ain't gonna say it on here because it's mine. But I've been praying to God, I think since I was like 11 or 12, like to myself privately. I never talk about God on interviews, articles, or nothing. But I realized he gave me a gift that I can feel all emotions, whether I'm super happy, whether I'm super mad. But at the end of the day, like the inside of me is very bright. Like there's like a real bright light inside of me. Like I fully understand it. And no matter how mad I want to be or whatever, like some just be like, just live. And I'm still trying to get better at living, but I don't know, like, no matter how many people do me wrong or whatever, I can just still find, like, a reason to smile. I freaking love smiling. It really makes me feel good. And I just be walking around like an idiot smiling. And and people like, what? Why are you looking at me like that? But I'm like, I don't know why I'm smiling. I just like smiling, but, like, it just makes me feel good. And so I just always want to feel good. And I don't always know how to because that anger, like, gets me a lot. But I see that I make other people, when I come in the room, I make other people happy. And that makes me feel good. So I make other people feel good. So I'm like, okay. So I'm going to keep doing this because selfishly, it makes me feel really good to see someone else smile, or to just walk down the street and compliment a woman's hair, or just be like, you look pretty today. That changed a whole person's life. Oh, I think I actually do have an answer to your question, because I've been treated so badly. I try to be so nice to other people to hope that one day somebody will treat me just as nicely as someone treats me. Like, I hope that somebody just randomly be like, I'll pay for your lunch today. Because I went to Rocky Rococo's, I think, like last month, and then this homeless person was like, can you please just buy me a slice of pizza? They didn't ask for money, and that just stood out to me. And I'm like, fuck it. They legit asked for a slice of pizza. What if I literally couldn't afford a slice of pizza, and I walked up to somebody like, can I please get a slice of pizza? And they're like, bum ass. Because you know that's how we think of people. We think of them as bums. We think they got nothing going on, but we're all human beings. And I just want other people to see me as a human as I see other people.
And that's a fact, because I do the same thing. Like, I try to be happy and try to be, like, nice all the time to people, because I want to treat people how I want to be treated. And I don't look down on people who's homeless, who's bums, or like nothing like that, because here's the thing, that person is human too, and that person was somebody before. You don't know his situation, her situation.
Still somebody now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Still somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they situation shouldn't define them. They just hit hard times. Like, and that shows you that you could be in that situation too.
Yeah, and you never know if I have been or if I haven't been. Like, but that's none of y'all business. You know what I mean? Like, we just, no matter, and I think that's why I'm able to elevate in my career, because even though a lot of people are treating me bad, I'm always still sending opportunities to people. Like, if I still feel like there are a few people that I've interviewed that have their own platform that have never interviewed me, and I think that's weird, but that's okay. I'm gonna still send you opportunities, like, because I'm not the only one that should be at the top. But it's up to you if you really want to work. And so I just send opportunities, but guess what? Nope. But guess what? Guess what? None of them take the opportunities on. None of them. I send them like, here's a grant. Here's this. Here. I know you say you want to meet new people, so here, join this program. They're like, how did you meet the CEO of this? I joined this program, or I literally put myself in this position where I know nobody looks like me. Nobody. Not they saying they not black, but they make way more money than me. They're just different than me. But I put myself in these positions because how else am I going to get? Nobody can tell my story better than me. Nobody can sell myself better than me. And so that's why Tyler Perry puts his names on everything. You know, it's Tyler Perry behind everything. It's Oprah Winfrey behind everything. It's Nyesha Stone behind everything. So I have to show my face, and a lot of people are scared to put themselves out there. Like, I cold call people. I just want to say, man, I don't even know how I can say it, but I just recently got a client, and I got it because I put myself out there. I said, hey, this is who I am. We offer marketing services. Here are some of our clients. Let me know if you ever think of us. 3 months later, they like, you still want to talk to us? But yeah, that's scary, you know, putting yourself out there. And a lot of people be like, we already got our own marketing team. Why would we need you? And, you know, you get those sometimes, but you got to put yourself out there. Like, I didn't, what didn't I get? I didn't get something recently. Oh, I didn't get a contract. It was with a big center here, and I didn't get a contract because I never did digital ad placement. And what that is somebody gives you a budget, and let's say they give you $2,000, and they, let me raise this up. Oh, my bad. And they give you $2,000. They say, I got $2,000, and then we need you to like spend this money to get us as many views as possible. I've never actually done that before. So when I was doing the meeting, they actually liked me as a person, but I didn't get it because that's not what they were really looking for. So instead of being mad about it, we set up a meeting, and now I'm going to meet with him to learn, how do I get potential deals like this one? And that's how you learn. Like, you can't be mad at everybody because you don't get everything. You got to be willing to learn. And a lot of people are just too egotistic and think that they just better and they don't need to learn from somebody. There's a lot of people that feel like they don't need to listen to me because they feel like maybe she not making enough or she only doing this or whatever. But if I'm willing to listen to you, why can't you listen to me? And oh, well, you missing out because I'm always going to ask questions and I'm always learning, which is why I'm able to really elevate in different places that other people can't, because I'm willing to admit I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be an attorney. So what does this term mean? I know I paid you to do this contract, but I don't know. Break this down. Right. What the heck does mean? Right. Like, you say you do photography, but why it look like that? I don't understand. Can you teach me? So I started doing my own graphic design. I started, like, there's a lot of things that I've learned on my own. Do I want to do them? No. Am I going to pay somebody? Hell yeah. But it's just really being willing to learn. And yeah.
I was so gonna ask you that too, because like you said, you get in them rooms and you joining these programs. Because I see you correct if I'm wrong. You're a Bucks ambassador.
No, shout out to Carrie. She's a Bucks ambassador. Okay. No, the Bucks actually they support CarvdNStone. So they were the first people to ever give us a donation. So that was actually to the talent show. They gave us a $200 donation to the talent show. The scholarship within the last 2 years, they've done in-kind donations where they're getting Bucks merchandise, and I've been able to raffle it off, and so we give money to put towards the scholarship. And then they gave me 2 grants. So I won't say how much, but it was a really good amount, really good amount. And so they're just one of the organizations that see how hard CarvdNStone, how hard I am working. They just want to see more of it, so they have been financially funding me. And so recently they invited me to a Bucks game, and I got to take my nephew. So first game ever, he get to dribble a basketball on the fucking floor. Right. And so like my goal is through CarvdNStone, like, yeah, I want to be rich, yeah, I want to do that, but I want to give my nephew and my niece and my family opportunities that they never even imagined of. Like the things I have actually experienced. Like I just took a charter bus to Madison with like 50 to 60 people from around the state of Wisconsin I've never would have met in my life, and we had a blast because I joined Ford 48, where I'm trying to learn how to be a better leader. It's because I'm trying to get a team. So how do I be a better leader? How do I not micromanage? I don't know all these things, but now I'm in these rooms. Now I'm talking to somebody that works for the city of Milwaukee. Now I'm talking to somebody that's the CEO of this nonprofit. So now I have more positive news stories. Now more people know I'm marketing, and I really met some cool, dope ass people because I took the chance. And a lot of people just don't want to take the chance on themselves. I'm always going to invest in myself because y'all don't believe in me, but I know I'm
there you go. That's all that matters. Like once you got that confidence, that's all you need. Like literally, like, and you speaking into existence. I see a lot of bright things in your future for you, for real. Like, and I'm not just talking and saying that, but you have like you one of like the first, like you're somebody that I know that just highly invested in yourself. Like you're confident in everything, and that means everything. Like to see that in you, like that you really bet it all on yourself.
It take a lot of crying. Just let y'all know, y'all see this, whatever, but I'm sensitive, so be nice to me.
ain't nothing wrong with crying. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple more questions for you.
Okay, cool.
I see you Rolling Loud. How was Rolling Loud?
Oh man, amazing. I was like, how do I put it in words? It was just like, that was one of the moments where I felt like a lot of my work, because I want some money, right? And money, cool. Money is amazing, but opportunities and actually experiencing living things is totally different. And so to be given the opportunity to be one of the many, if not only one of the many independent, few independent media companies there, journalism companies there, and getting the access that Google got access and they got access to, and I'm right here and I'm the only one, and because I'm so invested in being a professional and being good at my job that I was able to kill them interviews and do research within a minute and two and be able to ask really in-depth questions and everybody else couldn't ask. And it really changed how people interview me. Like this one guy, what was his name? Drew Millie? Drown Millie. He does like rock music. And so I asked him, I was like, how does it feel for you to, be kind of bringing back Black history? And he was like, you can literally see in the video, he was like, whoa, nobody ever asked me that. They always think like, this for white people, like what? But like literally really knowing your history and knowing research that he's a rock star. That's what he does. But then also knowing the history of Black people did invent rock. That is our thing. And then combining those to make a question that take a lot of in-depth thought and a lot of training and a lot just being really good at what you do is a craft to my questions when I do interviews. Honestly, I would do my interviews. And I'm getting a little bit off topic. I'll get back to Rolling Loud. But like it goes to Rolling Loud though. Like I do my research beforehand. And I hardly ever write questions beforehand, but I do research and I write notes. So, okay, this person has a degree. Oh, this person just released his new song. And I make these notes and then but it's already in my head. So now I'm able to already listen to you. And so Rolling Loud was amazing because I was able to really show all of the years of how I've been doing interviews every damn day for at least 7 years. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, writing and doing interviews every day, whether that's for CarvdNStone or for someone else. I have been writing every day. I'm way over 10,000 hours. I don't know what they talking about with that one, but like that really showed me that like Nyesha, you cold at your craft, and that made me feel so good. Like to know that I'm actually a really professional. I'm not an expert yet. There's a lot of things I can learn, but I'm a real professional, and I stood out from the crowd from other people to the point where they like the art, like the media liaisons that's like hooking the artists up to the media. Like, you want another interview? You want another interview? You want another? Yeah, I always tell them, give me 2 minutes though. Give me 3 minutes. Like, let me prepare myself because it's my platform and I want to make sure I'm giving you the best me that I can. And so just knowing that no matter what you're doing, like for your platform, if you're not ready yet, don't try to rush just to be ready for me. But like, make sure you good for yourself. And then because I'm on your platform, this your show, this your shit. And so I have to respect that. And so but just know, be ready though. I'm on your platform, so you got to be ready too. And so, but knowing that, and so yeah, Rolling Loud was amazing. I got to see Amine right there. I seen Larry June. He got a new fan. Shout out to him. I seen Future. I seen Lil Wayne. Nicki Minaj came out. Oh my God, it was amazing.
It was amazing. I can imagine because I'm like, I seen my boy Tyree was down there with you.
Yeah, he came. Yep. Shout out to Tyree. So shout out to Tyree for real. He been definitely. He see my vision. He's willing to work with me, and I appreciate that like a lot. And I know that sometimes because I have a vision like so much, sometimes it's hard for me to listen to people. But he's able, to like work with me and know that I'm not trying to harm him or anything like that. So like I really appreciate him and everyone that like. That works with me because the people that work with me have been working with me for years. Even though I don't have an employee, there are videographers and writers and reporters that I've been working with for years that if I randomly need something, they like, I got you and I got y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. That's dope. That's so dope, man. Shout out to you and Tyree, man. Doing your stuff, man. It feel good to see other people doing their things, you know. Now 2 more questions for you. This might be like the same thing, but I think you told me this already too, but I don't know. Your goals and plans. Did you tell me that already?
No. Okay. Personally or business wise?
Both. It don't matter.
I'll start with business. Business wise, Nyesha Stone will have a headquarters. CarvdNStone. I want to own a building. CarvdNStone's going to own a building. Whether I develop it or we buy it or redevelop it. But I've been wanting this dream for like since I was 20. But the overall goal is to own a property. In Milwaukee, I won't say all the stuff that goes into it, but to have an office here, have our marketing department here, but it's not just an office. If you ever seen CNN in Atlanta, if not, check it out, like research it. You'll see it's not going to be on that extreme level, or maybe it can be. Fuck that, dream bigger.
All right, there you go.
Like Tyler Perry say. But I'm going to fully like literally be a hub for media. So there are so many independent media around Milwaukee. We have a lot of reporters that come into the city, and CarvdNStone headquarters is going to be that platform that funds journalism. Because if y'all don't know, journalism, nobody funds us. They all expect us to keep the news going. Like we see TMJ4, like people don't pay to watch TMJ4. People don't pay to watch read CNN. Sometimes, depending on the news thing, but mostly, information is supposed to be free. So my goal is to kind of figure out how to create this system where how do we start supporting our Black and brown journalists and give them actually livable careers where they can actually do what they want to do. So that's my overall goal, is really like employing Black and brown journalists, specifically Black women, because we dope as hell.
Y'all are.
And just providing a platform and just bringing something to the city that ain't never been here. So like seeing, CNN or like Oprah got her own network. Like own network is going to be CNN. Like we're literally going to have a channel. We're going to have a radio. Like all of that. So get ready for it because we already got it. We just got to keep expanding it. Personal wise, getting myself out of debt. I have 2 credit cards left I want to pay off. They've been killing my credit. But 2, I went from like 8 to 2, so that's a really, really big deal. So I have two to pay off. I have like a furniture table I want to pay off. But like really big goals though, getting my anger under control, getting myself back on my feet, and then and making myself permanently sustainable, making sure that I never have to live with anyone, never have to struggle with food again. If the family need money, I can be able to give them money. Just becoming like, and figuring out how to consistently and constantly be happy, even when a lot of things can, mess up my happiness. Because I'm quick to be like, I get a great email and then I get into it, maybe a family member or something else happen. I'm like, and I let it ruin my day, but like figuring out, you know what, things are always going to happen. So how do I keep my happiness there? And I think Will Smith said it, like you can't reach out to other people for happiness. So I can't blame my friend for me being, my ex-friend for me being sad. You know what I mean? I got to work on who I am. And so figuring out my happiness and, you know, staying happy and really, honestly, being as big as I can be. I really want to be like global and people see me, but honestly, I really don't care. As long as I can really take care of my family and CarvdNStone is big, and then Nyesha Stone is in the background, I'm cool with that. I want people to come to CarvdNStone, and when they get an article there, they blow the fuck up. And we've done that before from one person. And so, yeah, that's my overall goal. Be happy, stop being so angry, get this money, but actually, and be a good human being and make more women friends. So if y'all see me, reach out.
There you go.
Not on no weird stuff though.
Yeah, there we go. I like those goals though. I like those goals and plans, and I really think that is gonna all happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Because your energy, and then you just taking your accountability. You're taking accountability for yourself and your actions, and you know, just trying to work on yourself. And I see how dedicated you are to your craft and to yourself and your personal goals. I see nothing but the best for you coming.
We gotta get an article on him. So
yeah, there you go. See? There you go. That'd be dope. Now, for my final question, what is next for CarvdNStone and Miss Nyesha Stone?
What's next? I'm gonna speak into existence. I've been kind of saying it on my podcast a little, but I have the opportunity to I'm potentially have the opportunity to get press credentials to Essence Fest. So I applied for them. They covered me. So I feel like it gives me a little leeway. So I'm waiting on if I get approved or denied. But if just, I don't know if y'all believe in praying. I don't even know. I ain't gonna say pray for me, but just hope good. Just have happy thoughts for me. Yeah. That's what I really hope is next. And so that would be at the end of the June. I've always wanted to go to Essence Festival and to have CarvdNStone as official press. Stop playing with me. Come on now. But next, aside from that, I can't announce it yet. Nope, I can't announce that one. Next, working on getting a team. I know I feel like I announced that a little bit earlier, but I am working on how to efficiently and sustainably get a team. Because I like to pay people. When I first did it, I didn't know how to do it on a monthly by monthly basis, so I didn't know cash flow like that. Yeah. So now with me learning from Northwestern Mutual, getting my prices up, really tuning into what we want to offer to the community, now I know what help I needed. So it's not just a writer. I don't need a writer. I need an assistant that can help with the marketing side. So someone who's into press releases, someone who's into public relations, someone who's know how to sell things. So I'm kind of looking for that. And then another social media intern, someone who's dedicated and who's not going to go to the competition. That did happen to us, and that hurt my little feelings. Oh, that hurt my little feelings, y'all. But, you know, life goes on, and you got to support people no matter what. She did make a good impact. So just really getting a new team and just really focusing on myself. And remember, in the end, everything in CarvdNStone, support us, positive news. And we always taking donations. We a for-profit, but donate to us. We independent media,
that's
y'all.
Right, man.
Y'all be watching him, support. Like, for real. Like, give him money. Like, that's how I was able to really get CarvdNStone in the next few years. Like, people randomly donating me $200, $50, $25. Like don't ever be afraid to ask for money either though. Like,
I be putting that cash out the bottom of the screen sometimes.
Hey, y'all want to keep seeing this news, y'all?
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah, and that's dope, man. Like I said, it's good to see your journey and where it's going and how far it came. Like I said, I've known of you for years now. Like, and just to see how you carry yourself and like how passionate you is about your craft and stuff like that. That's dope to see. And I'm like, man, this girl's a boss, man, for real. And she carries herself right, and you really passionate about it, about yourself. And I can learn. I look at you like I can learn from her. I can learn a lot of things. Like, you just put me on game with some stuff. I'm like, okay, because I was sitting here looking like, okay, she know a lot of stuff, like. And it's dope to see that. And I definitely wish the best for you, like on your success and your journey, and hope you find your team you're looking for, the best team that fits you. You know what I'm saying? They want to really be representing CarvdNStone the right way. You know what I'm saying? No trading, you know, saying no arguing, no fighting. There's a family. You know, create a family. You know what I'm saying?
You said it right.
Yeah, create a family. You know, and build just like, you know, just build. You know what I'm saying? Take it far as y'all can take it. So. That's dope to see that. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Like, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Congratulations to you and your business, and also your self-improvement and trying to, you know, get that, together and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all check out Nyesha Stone, CarvdNStone. I know y'all be seeing that around. Y'all make sure y'all follow her and share her stuff, and also donate to us. You know what I'm saying? We independently trying to get our stuff off the ground, and we definitely would appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We just some people from the city trying to grind and make it. That's all it is. But I want to thank you for coming up here and wanting to be on the show. That mean a lot to me. Like, whenever somebody want to come on the show and they watch it and hit me up, because you hit me up a while back, like, you doing your thing, keep going. And I was geeking when you wrote me. I'm like, oh,
and then I started watching more, and I'm like, I know he be doing artists, but fuck it, I'm shooting my shot. I'm shooting my shot. And so now I've been doing it lately. Now I'm like, you know what? Because I think people are a little intimidated again, like with bringing me on the platform just because I interview people a lot. So now I'm like, fuck it, I'm just put my ego aside. Can I come on, y'all?
Yeah,
Can I come?
No problem. Like, and I was geeked when you wrote me. I'm like, because like I said, I knew the work you do, and I know what kind of important figure you are to me. And I was like, Nyesha, why?
Just a regular human being. And then once you realize that about everybody, you're gonna elevate, because you're gonna be like, you're gonna treat everybody the same. I don't care who you are, janitor or not. Like, we all the same. So don't disrespect me, because I'm gonna try my best not to disrespect you. I ain't perfect, but
that's right.
Working on it.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about, helping each other with resources and just supporting each other, period, because that can get us a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank you again, because you could be anywhere else, but you were here on Rick Taylor Podcast answering these questions. You know what I'm saying? And just giving the game and spreading light, spreading positivity and light, and sharing your story. And that meant a lot to me. So, like I said, I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and congratulations on what you've been doing and stuff like that. Keep going. Don't worry about what nobody got to say about you, no negativity around you. Don't worry about why people don't want to be around you. That's all a part of God's plan. You know what I'm saying? He's going to allow people to come into your life and remove people from your life. So just always remember that. You know what I'm saying? So much love to you. Y'all make sure y'all tap into CarvdNStone and Nyesha Stone. Artists and business people, business owners, anybody who want to come on the platform, just hit me, man. It ain't just for artists, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made the platform. So y'all definitely see more content coming. Make sure y'all check us out. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah. So CarvdNStone, let me spell it out for y'all. So it's CarvdN, like Nyesha, and then Stone. CarvdNStone, like you carving something in stone. And then so make it super easy for y'all at CarvdNStone on everything: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our actual newsletter on our website, CarvdNStone.com. Remember that we are a news media company, so we cover positive news. We're actual journalists, so put us up there with the CNNs and with the USA Today's, because that is what we're working for, and they have already been seeing us. So if y'all looking for a fresher breath air when it comes to news, come over to CarvdNStone. And we also got marketing. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is, man. Rick Taylor Entertainment, CarvdNStone. We out.